Hi there, I'm Jeff Teeper, and I am thrilled to be here with you today to talk about Microsoft 365 collaboration across Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, and much more. I want to start by thanking everyone. The team and I are very fortunate to be part of the best community in tech with you. You have not only helped your organizations navigate unprecedented times, but also supported each other. Whether it's continuing free events like SharePoint and Microsoft 365 Saturdays online, or hosting larger virtual conferences, the community is sharing best practices in the face of the greatest change of our lifetimes. In so many organizations, technology has transformed more in the past few months than the last several years. Pervasive remote work in education has accelerated the adoption of cloud services beyond anybody's wildest expectations. The approach we've taken at Microsoft starts with customers, the teachers, healthcare workers, IT leaders, trying to help the organizations small and large cope with all this. And it has been a privilege for us to be able to help your organizations with Microsoft 365 and Azure. In the early days of COVID-19, we responded to a massive increase in adoption as organizations raced to the cloud. We shared that Microsoft 365 had grown to more than 250 million users, and Microsoft Teams had grown to over 75 million daily active users. Underlying all this is SharePoint. We had our largest growth in users, sites, content, and developers ever, and that growth has added up tenfold in just the last 4 years. So thank you for the bet you've made on us. It has allowed us to invest in our services so that when times of the crisis hit, we would be there to support you and your organization. But we know we have a lot more to do. As the pandemic evolves and we all learn together, we are working to help make the transition from remote work to hybrid work. The workplace of the future won't be either the home or the office, but a fluid experience spanning both. And to support this, we are moving faster than ever in Microsoft 365 with a much broader set of features than when we launched Office 365 in 2011. So I often get asked how to explain our strategy. How will all these capabilities make up a more holistic and simple solution for organizations? Satya describes Microsoft 365 as the world's productivity cloud. In February, when I took on responsibility for Microsoft Teams as our hub for teamwork, in addition to SharePoint, which powers a variety of Microsoft 365 experience, I wanted to make sure we had a clear, bold plan for taking that productivity cloud to the next level. First, we provide collaboration services with Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, and lists. Second, we provide employee engagement and communication services with SharePoint, Stream, and Yammer. And third, we connect people with knowledge and expertise through Microsoft Search and Project Cortex. These are all part of an integrated experience and platform for developers. Let's dive in a little deeper in each of these areas and show just some of the innovations we're announcing this week. With the huge shift to remote work during the pandemic, online meetings have become a cornerstone of my workday and yours as well. These meetings are important, but there's so much more that goes into collaboration with others to get a project or process transformed from start to finish. Microsoft Teams is the hub for teamwork in Microsoft 365, and it uses the breadth of our services, including SharePoint, OneDrive, and lists, to help people come together and get work done. It's a single app that helps you stay connected, collaborate seamlessly, simplify your work, all while staying secure and compliant. In Teams, you can bring your team together in a shared workspace so your conversations and content stay in context. Existing team members stay focused and productive, and new team members get up to speed quickly because they can see the historical context and collective knowledge of the team. Now, Let me introduce Arwa to show you some of our latest investments in this area.
Thanks, Jeff. As you mentioned, the real power of Teams comes from creating a shared workspace for your team conversations, files, apps, and more, all in one place. Now with templates and Teams, you're able to create effective teams faster and more easily than ever. Users can choose from common business scenarios, such as event management or crisis response, and industry-specific templates like a hospital ward or bank branch. Each template comes with predefined channels, apps, and guidance. Administrators can also create custom templates for their organization, helping them standardize team structures, reveal relevant apps, and scale best practices. They can create these from scratch or use an existing template or team structure as a starting point. And just as we're making it easier to create teams, we want to make joining teams easier too. The new info pane makes sure that team members get up to speed quickly because it highlights important information relevant to the team or channel. Users can see who's active in each channel, pin and view important posts, and view system-related messages that used to appear in the general channel. As broad-scale adoption of Team continues to grow, so does the size of vTeams to get things done. Today, you can have up to 10,000 users per team, and soon we'll be expanding that to 25,000 users per team. As your organization's use of Teams expands, so does the content stored in Teams, giving you a rich breadth and history of messages and files for your users to draw on. Today, I'm excited to show you the upcoming search results page in Teams. This new page adopts a coherent and intuitive look and feel. Users are presented with more relevant results and additional context for each item, grouped by messages, people, and files. Filters are also easier to access, so people can find exactly what they're looking for based on date, person, file type, or other attributes. Speaking of files, this is where a lot of collaboration happens today, and we want to make sure that file sharing is consistent and intuitive. Now, when you paste sharing links in chats or channels, you can see what permissions the link has, and you'll get a warning if some members don't have access. If you need to, you can change the link settings in the same common experience you're already using across Microsoft 365, with the added option to share only with members of your team. Work is fluid. Moving files around can be a key part of how you stay organized, but doing so used to mean that sharing starts over after every move. Now, when you move files across SharePoint sites in OneDrive, you have the choice to reshare the file, giving each recipient links and permissions that used to match what they had before the move. Recipients even receive a notification so that they know that the file has moved. When you work across teams, it can take time to navigate to the different locations where your shared files are stored. With Add to OneDrive, you can now add any shared folder in Microsoft 365 to your OneDrive, so that you spend less time looking for files and more time collaborating. These folders keep all the power of OneDrive. You can find them in OneDrive Web, Sync, and Mobile, as well as in Teams and Office, and they are always secure and up to date with the latest changes. Let's switch gears and talk about the evolution of SharePoint lists. Earlier this year, we launched Microsoft Lists, your smart information tracking app in Microsoft 365. Whether you're a seasoned pro at working with lists and SharePoint sites, or brand new to the world of lists, our new List Home experience makes it a snap to jump in and get started. Using this app, you can quickly get back to lists you've recently worked on, across all of your sites, personal lists you've created, and lists others have shared with you. You can favorite lists you want to access later, and starting a new list is as easy as clicking the button at the top of the page. Using a template is often the fastest way to get started tracking information for your team. Templates come with preset schema, formatting, and views that help you organize and track common types of information. For example, try the event itinerary template the next time you're putting together an agenda for a virtual conference, or use the issue tracker template when you want your team to track and close open issues. After choosing the template you want, provide a name, color, and icon for your new list. Then specify whether you want to save your list in your personal space or in the team site. After you create your list, it's a snap to add data either by using our improved grid editing experience or by pasting data from Excel. We're also proud to announce Microsoft Lists for iOS coming later this year. This app gives you access to all your lists and enables you to add items and make changes on the go. When you collaborate with others in Microsoft Teams, lists are right there with you. We offer a Teams-tailored list experience with full feature parity, including lists with customized views and forms. If you spend your day in Teams and you're eager to explore the world of lists, you can get started today by going to your favorite channel, selecting Add, and spinning up a new list for your team. Bringing together files, lists, and teams are just some of the many ways we're making collaboration across Microsoft 365 easier than ever. Back to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Arwa. That was incredibly exciting to see. You know, even before COVID-19, organizations were searching for ways to increase employee engagement, revamp their company culture, and drive a meaningful work-life experience for their employees. Effective communications is essential in these efforts. And with the rapidly changing work environment and growth in remote or hybrid work, it's more critical now than ever to be able to both communicate with and engage your employees to build a resilient organization. With Microsoft 365, we are focused on helping you empower and connect all of your employees, including vital first-line workers, helping customers, patients, students, and more. We have a holistic solution, SharePoint, which powers intranets and information sharing for organizations of all sizes. The new Yammer connects and engages people across these organization silos, and Microsoft Stream unlocks video as a powerful tool for communication and training. These work together on the web, mobile, and connected inside Microsoft Teams. I'm excited today to announce a new wave of capabilities to enable your organization to increase engagement with company information, better connect employees to leadership, and foster a tighter workplace community. I'd like to introduce Shalu. Shalu, can you show us some of the exciting new announcements?
Of course. Thanks, Jeff. Let me show you how you can use Microsoft 365 to strengthen and support workplace communication, better share information, connect with your employees, and build a tighter workplace community. Creating news posts for your intranet is a great way to share information. Now you can create news and announcements quickly by using pre-built templates or custom templates that you create with your organization's branding and colors. You can also add external articles and content to your intranet. Your communications can meet your employees wherever they are, in Outlook, in Microsoft Teams, or in Yammer. Best of all, you can take the advantage of the unique abilities of these apps. For example, when you share something on Yammer, you can add a poll to get the feedback from employees. And not just polls, you can also modify your posts and announcements to ask questions, drive ideas, and shower your colleagues with praise. And now you can bring in external users, including business partners and guests, into your communities. It's easy to get your announcements out to targeted employees through featured conversation or to every employee through the All Company feed. Now, the control also enables you to restrict who can post to it. We have heard from you that your employees have different work styles, and so you need to reach them wherever they are. Now, with the critical announcements, whether your employees are in Yammer or in SharePoint intranet, or even using interactive messages in Outlook. Coming soon, notifications from Yammer will appear in Teams desktop and in mobile, so you can keep your employees, including the first-line workers, connected and engaged. Everyone has a voice and will have a chance to participate from wherever they do their work. We have heard from your employees that keeping up with so much news and information can be challenging. So, to make things easier, the new Auto News Digest feature will send a summary of the key news employees may have missed or not read that week. The email uses your company branding, so it reflects your look and feel. As communicators, you've told us that not all announcements and news are equal. Sometimes you need to boost critical information to the top of an employee's feed. With the new Boost feature, you can elevate these items until they have been read, for a set number of impressions, until a given date, or some other criterion you set. When the criterion is met, the content returns to its normal place in the employee's feed. Boost will elevate items in your company's news feed in Microsoft 365. It also allows your news to appear in other places, such as Microsoft Edge. Getting your messages out to employees is important. Understanding how your employees engage with it is equally critical. With the new conversation insights, you can understand the impact of your communication efforts, see key stats of viewership and reactions, and get a snapshot of engagement trends on a per post or a per community basis. Newspage analytics helps you understand consumption and engagement with your news content. You can also generate metrics for reach and engagement, such as dwell time. We are also introducing a new automatically generated analytics digest. So no need to go down and track each metrics. They will be delivered straight into your inbox. Your intranet is a key component for employee communication, and we continue to listen and drive innovation based on your feedback. You have told us that you don't want to spend brain cycles thinking about designing a site. Now you can use the templates to hit the ground running. Templates that have been purpose-built to meet the specific scenarios and look great. With the new SharePoint app bar, employees now have a consistent navigational experience across the intranet, one that gives employees their most important sites, resources, news, and their organization's top links. The app bar is available from any page in SharePoint, so employees can more efficiently get to their work, their company resources, saving them time and making them more productive. As more employees choose Teams as a one-stop shop for their work, it is critical that organizations be able to effectively reach them wherever they are. With the new Home Sites app, you can bring your intranet directly into Teams seamlessly. The app's icon and name matches your company's brand and enables employees to discover, navigate, and consume the top sites in Teams. The Home Site app gives employees a window into the rest of the company's intranet by using the same global navigation you just saw, whether they are on the web or in Teams. Employees have the same quick access to their most important sites, news, resources, and organization's top links. With the Home Sites app, employees can easily stay informed, quickly share and discuss intranet content in channels and chat without ever having to leave Teams. Your intranet has found a natural new home in Teams. I'm excited to see how you'll use Microsoft 365 to strengthen and support workplace communication, better share information, connect with your employees, and build a tighter workplace community.
Thanks, Shalu. Last year, we introduced our investments in knowledge, powered by AI and human expertise, codenamed Project Cortex. These investments unlock the knowledge and expertise of the entire organization, empowering everyone to make informed decisions, take actions faster, and contribute their knowledge. All, of course, respecting security and privacy at every step. We've supported many of these scenarios in Microsoft 365 for a while, but we've been working hard to take this to the next level to capture expertise from content, conversations, meetings, and more. What is making advances in this area possible is the Microsoft Graph, which aggregates contents and signals across the various systems, and Microsoft AI, which leverages incredible progress in machine learning and machine teaching. We're unlocking knowledge from the content and activity of your organization, delivering it in the apps people use every day. Project Cortex will be coming to customers through a series of innovations. In July, we shipped the first new taxonomy services as a foundational capability. We've also been shipping to preview customers new topics capabilities that apply AI to understand and organize knowledge and expertise. And today, I'm pleased to introduce the latest innovation, SharePoint Syntax, coming to customers next month. Syntax applies AI to amplify individual human expertise to convert content into knowledge at scale for the entire organization. And to show you how, let me introduce Naomi. Naomi, welcome.
Thank you so much, Jeff. In any organization, people spend inordinate amounts of time combing through content to find and process information. Take a specialized skill like contract processing, for example. Your contract processing expert can teach Syntax to read a contract like they do, to recognize that key information and automatically tag contracts. Syntax lets your experts capture their knowledge about content in AI models that they can build with no code. For an example, an expert can teach Syntax to extract the value of a contract, along with the expiration date and key terms and conditions. Syntex then uses your model to automatically process content and capture that important information as metadata. That's the columns that we see here. Metadata is critical to finding and managing content. For example, you can compare and contrast the terms and conditions across all the contracts in your organization. You can use the knowledge unlocked from contracts to manage processes, like identifying which contracts are expiring and then routing them for renewal. And you can use it automatically to apply sensitivity and retention labels based on the type of contract, dramatically reducing the security and compliance risk. And now you have a model that other contract specialists can use, and they can be more effective. Syntex builds on the foundational content services of SharePoint and mainstreams advanced AI capabilities from Azure, Microsoft Research, and Microsoft 365. Seamless integration with Power Automate and Microsoft Information Protection gives you content management superpowers, enabling you to capture, scale, and repurpose the expertise of your people. Your organization's most valuable knowledge is often in people's heads. It's that knowledge that you and I have gained through experiences, our knowledge shared in meetings, in conversations, and in communities. To help you capture this knowledge, we are innovating capabilities to connect people to experts and answers. Communities connect people across your organization to share knowledge. You can ask a question and then crowdsource the answer. The community can vote your responses up and then down, and when you find the best answer, you can mark it to capture that knowledge for the future. Now, we heard from you that it was critical to be able to locate experts in the organization. To make this easier, Microsoft 365 now uses signals in the graph that automatically understand your work and propose topics to add to your profile. That makes it much easier to find an expert, and thanks to interactive search results, you can even begin a chat to engage with them. Now, searching for documents, while much improved, can still be a challenge. Imagine that you recently attended a meeting where somebody made a sales presentation. If after the meeting you search for sales presentation, you're going to get a whole lot of results. People-centric search makes it easier than ever to find what you're looking for when you know who is associated with the file. You can begin your search by centering on the presenter, and then search for sales presentations that are closest to them. Your information lives inside and outside of Microsoft 365. To help your employees find what they need, regardless of where it lives, we're also giving Microsoft Search new superpowers, and we are announcing Microsoft Graph Connectors. Now it's easy to return results seamlessly from both Microsoft and other sources, such as ServiceNow. Today, we're pleased to announce the general availability of Microsoft Graph Connectors with integrated connectors with our partners like BA Insight, Box, GoOne, LoomAx, Raytheon, and Accenture that are ready to go. We're working with additional partners like Adobe to offer document cloud files available within Microsoft 365 Search. More partners are integrating parts of their apps into Microsoft 365 through Graph, and more apps are built on the building blocks of Microsoft 365. Now it's back over to you, Jeff, for more exciting announcements.
Thanks so much, Naomi. Much of what we just shared is built on SharePoint. We are investing more than ever in SharePoint as the foundation for experiences across Microsoft 365. Of course, great SharePoint sites, but also Teams, OneDrive, Office, lists, custom Power Apps, and much more is coming. We announced how SharePoint natively supports the Fluid framework, which you will see in a number of breakthrough experiences in Microsoft 365 in the next year. But today, I'm so excited that we are announcing that Teams meeting recordings and Microsoft Stream will be built on the new Intelligent Storage Foundation in SharePoint. This will bring consistent capabilities for sharing, for search, analytics, compliance, and developer extensibility to these video scenarios. SharePoint is powering more and more of your applications as well, with the building blocks of lists, files, groups, sites on this rich storage, all inside SharePoint sites and inside Microsoft Teams and inside your own custom applications. As with the rest of the Microsoft 365 service, you can access all this data through the Microsoft Graph API with REST and webhooks. But to simplify customizing user experiences, we are making a bigger and bigger investment in the SharePoint framework, which enables end users to customize pages from components built from Microsoft and third-party developers. SPFX is one of Microsoft's fastest-growing modern development platforms, reaching millions of end users every day. And we are taking this to the next level by enabling you to build Microsoft Teams apps with SPFX. And we just started supporting publishing of these SharePoint framework apps to AppSource, the Microsoft 365 store, so that developers can grow their business and provide more solutions to you. These are apps like Lightning Tools, a flexible data visualizer that connects to backend lists and other data sources. It integrates with Microsoft Teams and is now available via AppSource built on SPFX. So the SharePoint framework is the easiest way for developers to build powerful solutions that reach hundreds of millions of users in the flow of their work in both SharePoint and Microsoft Teams. But wait, I have one more thing I am so excited to share that is coming to the SharePoint platform and powering experiences across Microsoft 365. Project Nucleus. Last year, the team and I brainstormed what it would take to make a huge breakthrough in the performance and reliability of web applications with large amounts of content. We came up with a marriage of today's progressive web apps and the intelligent sync and database technologies that we'd worked on in optimizing OneDrive, but bring this to more data and application types. Project Nucleus will power the next generation of our web apps and custom portals. It uses intelligent sync to a database to keep a cache on the client that our web apps use to deliver a leapfrog in performance. Let's take a look at how Nucleus powers an always-on, blazingly fast, and yes, throttle-free list experience on the web. Project Nucleus allows you to accomplish common tasks like column sorting, grouping, all at blazing fast speeds on lists of any size. These list interactions are fast, making working with large lists a true delight, regardless of your internet connection speed. All changes are synced with the local cache so that Project Nucleus will enable you to work with your lists, even when offline. Add and remove filters, change list views, sort and group columns, and even make edits. All changes are made, then uploaded when reconnected to the internet. So all of this will work in the new standalone list experiences, in SharePoint sites, in Microsoft Teams, and more. Project Nucleus is just the latest of our investments coming to the SharePoint platform, powering both experiences inside Microsoft 365 and your custom solutions. We covered a lot, but we have so much more news from the team in other sessions this week. You can learn more by going to the link on the screen. Thank you for the opportunity to share what we've learned about the future of work and how we are investing in Microsoft 365 to help business leaders and IT professionals deliver experiences that drive collaboration in remote and hybrid work environments with even greater levels of security and compliance. Please continue to share your feedback with us. It inspires us to do our best work. These are challenging days, but by working together, we have a tremendous opportunity to reimagine work so that people and organizations can navigate an increasingly changing world. These past few months have reminded us that people are capable of extraordinary things, and we are honored to help empower and support them. Thank you.